Peace, peace. Welcome to the YouTube live book reading of Sacred Sounds, Magic and Healing Through Words and Music by the great master Ted Andrews. Peace, peace. Hi, it's Heart Love. Welcome, everyone. What's going on? It's a beautiful day. Peace, peace. All right. Happy Friday. What a beautiful day. Got a bunch of work and we did it. So we pick up this reading in a new chapter. Chapter 4, Mystical Words of Power. Page 89 for those in the playlist and listening along. Hi, it's Harlan. Welcome. Mystical Words of Power. Words, sound, and music can be applied to various aspects of our development. It does not require much work to be able to discern how effective they are in the healing realm, but they are also extremely powerful tools for heightened consciousness and perception. They can be used for inducing altered states of consciousness, facilitating astral projection, for trance, vision quest, and the awakening of creative faculties. The ancient traditions were spiritual traditions aimed at altering, transforming, and expanding the human consciousness. This aspect can be assisted through ritual and ceremony. We can apply techniques of sacred sound in three specific areas to assist ourselves with this process. 1. The speaking of ritual words and sounds. 2. Through the use of prayer. And 3. Through mantras and chants. It is amazing how many people think along the lines of spells, incantations, and charms in association with anything metaphysical. Most of these opinions stem from the fabric of imagination, what has been displayed and distorted through TV and the movies over the past 25 years. Most of what has been seen, experienced, and accepted by general public is hype and reveals little understanding or knowledge of how sound and words align our energies with more dynamic and subtle dimensions. Peace, eyes, heart, love, welcome. I want to put a pin right here, definitely, and I'll explain. Don't believe the hype. See, when we believe the hype, we'll walk with the sheep aimlessly. When you don't believe the hype, you examine the why, the how, with the what. I've never believed the hype. Even today, with the prevalence of metaphysical knowledge, much information on ritual and the magical use of words and sounds is performed by the dabbler or psychic thrill seeker who has little foundation. These individuals often invent practices to cover their own misbehavior or to proclaim themselves as something they are not, or for self gratification. It was once considered that rituals and the mystical use of words and sound concerned themselves only with demons and angels. What we must understand is that they can be used to harmonize the body, mind, and soul, thus aligning our physical selves with the more spiritual energies of life. A proper understanding of the use of mystical words of power assists us in this process. Middle of page 90 of Sacred Sounds. Peace. Hi, it's Heart Love. Thank you for reading with us. Discover the magical power of singing, speaking, and storytelling. Sacred sounds, magical healing through words and music. We're in the fourth chapter, and this is that beginning of it right here. Page 90, down in the middle. Speaking ritual words and sounds. The ancient god names are specific signals, signals that can be used to call upon aspects of one divine force throughout the universe. They are specific characteristics of the one divine force that is reflected in all powers. They represent particular manifestations of the divine within our universe. It is said that to know someone's name is to have power over them. There is much truth and misconception in this. Unless we know the metaphysics and all the correlations and significances of the name, we cannot truly have power over it or use it to the utmost. The use of God names in rituals, prayers, affirmations, and mantras has been practiced probably as long as humanity has been upon the earth. They can be used to attune to the specific force represented by the name. It is the difference between using a generic title and a specific one. If we call out to a group of individuals, hey, you, anyone may turn around. If we call out, hey, Uriel, Uriel will be the one that turns around. All names and words have their own magic if we learn how to use them. We must be careful, however, with our use of the ancient names and words of power. They will affect us differently because we live in a different environment. We respond to sounds differently, and we have greatly different energy systems. The words and names can still be effectively applied, but we must be prepare and adjust those ancient energy patterns to the present. If we don't, they will evoke imbalance, unbalanced responses within the individual. It is amazing how frequently inquiries arise about specific words or phrases for different purposes, as if the words and phrases have been hidden away in some sacred vault. It is not the words that have been kept secret. These have been known since time immemorial. In fact, the most powerful name that a person can employ is his or her own. Refer to the author's previous work on the sacred power in your name. I read that one on another platform. It was so powerful in showing people how to dissect their name as well as bring out the power in their name. Singing the Vows is very, very powerful book. Oh man, amazing, masterful. The real mystery in using mystical words and names of power lies in the practiced discipline and usage of them. The ancient names and words of power can open levels of consciousness that will facilitate manifesting the corresponding energies within our individual life circumstances. The use of the names over the centuries has established an automatic resonance between that aspect of the divine consciousness and the individuals. Its use links us to the thought form associated with it, which in turn establishes a bridge between us and the actual energies. Page 92 of Sacred Sounds at the top. It is best and safest to practice with the more familiar words and names given in this chapter. It is also best to keep them in their archaic form or original language. This serves to prevent us from profaning them through misuse or ordinary conversation. It keeps an air of sacredness and power about them so that when we do use them, they are even more significant. This is especially true of the more ancient names and words, as many of them go back to the earliest of times and thus have a capacity to touch the primal cores of consciousness. Peace on YouTube. Highest Heart Love. Thank you so much for being here, reading books with us. We're in the midst of this wonderful, powerful, amazing book, Sacred Sounds by the great master Ted Andrews. Thank you for reading with us. Thank you for the likes and subs. We're pushing towards 600 subs on this peaceful part of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. I'm master fitness trainer, Uriel Neville Riley, and working all day and come on here to give you some of the peace. Highest heart love. Yes, dreaming love, peace. Oh my goodness. Highest heart love. Beautiful mind. Oh my goodness. Highest heart love, B. Love to Australia. Peace, peace. Look at this. We're in the fourth chapter. We're starting off. Okay. So here we go. Using ancient God names. And you would come in right when we're starting this far. Look at that. This is beautiful. Using ancient God names. The middle of page 92. 1. Learn as much as you can about the name or word and its meanings before using it yourself. Try and learn how it has been used in the past, as this can assist you in understanding how its energies may manifest in your own life in the present. The more you understand its symbology, the more fully will it manifest. I love that, right? Yeah. Peace to all. You make me so happy. Let's go with all the colors. Ah. 2. Try and use the correct pronunciation. Remember that the sounds carry the impact and reflect quite a bit about the kind of energy responses we can expect from its use. 3. Tone the words and names, syllable by syllable, giving each equal emphasis. Hold the tone for as long as you feel comfortable. 4. Use the directed esoteric toning process with it. As you inhale, vibrate it silently, and then as you exhale, tone it audibly, syllable by syllable. 5. As you tone each syllable, keep in mind the significance of the name and the inner realities and energies with which it is associated. 6. Keep your tones smooth. Humming the names is very powerful. As you exhale, hum the name, vibrating it audibly and visualizing it traveling throughout your entire being and throughout the universe. 7. Utilize the practice of silent toning on the inhalation before vibrating the names audibly. Direct the inner tone to the inner world. The aim is to create a constant tone, moving from one dimension to the other. As you learn to work with the inner sound, you will develop the ability to hear the name echoed within your mind, even while occupied at other tasks. This is a confirmation that you are building a bridge from the spiritual to the physical. 8. Sing the names and the words in specific tones. Use your natural pitch or the tone you feel comfortable with. If you wish, you may use the God names and tone them from the Kabbalistic tree of life found on the chart in this chapter. This will amplify the effects. 9. Repeat for approximately 10 minutes and then sit quietly. Bringing your attention to what is in your desire from the energy released by the name. See it as if it is already yours. Visualize everything that could help in its manifestation, walking it along. This is what the masters teach me. Walking your dream along. That's how you manifest it. Walk it along. See it throughout. See someone holding your hand while you're doing it. It's another great way. 10. Be cautious in using the ancient god names as they are powerfully effective, deceptively so. They can be like drawing from a divine energy battery. 11. When awakening a divine aspect that lives within, we must aim the sound by making ourselves very much aware of its concept and then link it to ourselves through the vocalizations. After awakening it, we direct it so that it might become part of our faculties, wisdom, and understanding. Direct it toward a particular issue, problem, or area of enlightenment. 94 page of Sacred Sounds, fourth chapter at the top. Here we go. Do not generate energy just to generate energy. Yes, 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 yes. Do not generate energy just to generate energy. It needs to be grounded. Energy not directed will disrupt. I have to put a pin there. It's a major key. We see this with daily frequencies in people we encounter. Some people feel uncomfortable in silence, and so they need to make a sound. They need to disrupt the peace. We breathe it in. We direct it. We don't do it just to do it. Very key. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for putting it in the chat, V. Oh my goodness. Dreaming love, peace to all. You are such a bright light in this world. Highest heart love. Thank you. Love to all the light workers, right? Oh, I wish you were having a beautiful, beautiful rise in there, right? Yeah. And 12. Each time that you use it, it will increase in its ability to work for you. Its energy will intensify in power and strength with repeated use and meditation. Remember that you are making these energy batteries out of your own magical words. We use the ancient divine names and words to invoke and awaken energies that are normally associated with them, yet that live within us. Even though the energies may be inherent, they must still be brought into manifestation. When we tone the names, we are aligning ourselves to that aspect of the divine creative intelligence represented by the name. When the sound of the divine name vibrates throughout our body and our consciousness, we bring our energy into resonance with it. A good source for names are those which are aligned with any particular mythology to which you are drawn to. Learn as much as you can about the mythology and the individuals represented within it. Learn to pronounce the names in the language of the mythology for even greater impact. Another source for names is the ancient Hebrew Kabbalah. This system resonates strongly with any with a Judeo Christian background. The 10 God names within the tree of life are 10 manifestations of the divine within the physical world. Regardless of the ancient tradition, the energies of the gods and goddesses with whom you work are all to be found within each of us, without exception. Without exception means you too, means me. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Eyes on love. Oh my goodness. Such bright light. My pleasure. Thank you for bringing such bright, bright light to us. We honor you. Mm, mm, mm. When you use them, you and you alone will be their point of manifestation. All forms, images, and associated energies will come through you and into your life. What you are inside will color how the energies manifest outside. You are the channel, and you must learn to discern their effects in your life as you use them. The following three names are effective to experiment with, to begin to understand the power of mystical words. Mm, mm, mm. We'll start right there. Come back in. I want to read this chart to everyone. Spend some time on this chapter. You know, we want the best for the people. Eyes, heart, love. Thank you so much for the likes and subs. We're pushing towards 600. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Divine Brother. Thank you, Divine Guiding Light. Hi, love angel. All right. So, always remind to look up God names from the Kabbalistic tree of life. Sacred Sounds. Page 95. I'll give you a look at it, and then I'll read it, and then I'll give you another look at it, and we'll close out here. Here we go. As you see, we're getting into the sacred names. So, looking at this beautiful transcript written in sacred sounds, magic and healing through words and music by the great master Ted Andrews. Discover the magical power of singing, speaking, and storytelling. So it says, God names from the Kabbalistic tree of life. God, name, and tone over here to the far left. And then in this box, it says energies within consciousness affected by names. The first name, Aheya, tone of being. Energies within the consciousness affected by Aheya. Greater creativity, any final ending information, inner spiritual quest, and its causes and attainment. Jah, Jehovah, Yahovah, tone of A sharp. Greater personal initiative, a source of energy which puts things in motion. Father type information, realization of one's abilities. Jehovah Elohim, Yahovah Elohim, tone of A. Greater understanding of sorrows and burdens. Mother type information, understanding on its deepest level, for strength through silence, understanding anything secretive. L, tone of G. Greater sense of obedience to the higher. Financial gains, opportunities, building the new. Justice, abundance, prosperity, hearing the inner call. Elohim Gebor, Gabor, greater energy and courage for tearing down of old forms, for change of any kind, critical judgment, information on enemies, and discord. Jehovah Aloha, Vadayath, Jehovah Iola, Vada, tone F. Greater and higher sense of devotion. All matters of healing, life, and success for harmony on any level and any matter. Awakening of Christ's consciousness, glory, and fame. Mm, mm, mm. Jehovah, Zabaoth, Jehovah, Zabaoth, tone of E, greater unselfishness, understanding, and power in relationships, sexuality and elements of nature, creativity and the arts, love and idealism. Elohim, Zabaoth, Zabaoth, or Zabaoth, tone of D, greater truthfulness, revealing of falsehood and deception around us, greater ability in communications, learning, magic, wheelings, and dealings. Shaddai El Chaya, or Shayadaya El Hai, tone of middle C. Greater sense of true independence and confidence, greater intuition and psychic ability, mental and emotional health, dream work, understanding and recognition of the tides of change. Adonai Hayaretz, or Adonai Hayaretz, tone of F. Greater ability to discriminate in your life, to overcome a sense of inertia in life, physical health problems, or of self and others, affairs of home, greater self discovery, and elemental life. Here we go. We'll pause right here. Continue back. The great sacred sounds. Just got done looking at God names from the Kabbalistic tree. As I'll put it back up there. We'll pause right here. Continue back with sacred sounds, magic and healing through words and music. The great Master Ted Andrews, who has elevated, and we give honor and love to him for bringing the information down to us, be able to share with you all. So thank you so much for being this peaceful part of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. Highest heart love. Great reading, right? Oh my goodness. Wow. She says, highest heart love. Thank you so much. Dreaming love. Yes, it is good, right? But no, we're shaking it up on YouTube. Look at that. We keep moving up and up. Thank you so much for keeping the chat clean. Highest heart love. So beautiful. Such a beautiful spirit. Happy Friday and Saturday now, right? Wish you have the best Saturday. I'm always praying for us going to the white cloud tonight. Restoration. Injured a couple places, so gotta make sure we go and heal it. Let's have a glass of love water, right? Show some love to our friends and family. All love and honor. Peace, peace. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. We are doing it, right? Shaking it up. Yes, you too beautiful. Happy, happy, happy. Yes. I love to hear that. Oh, much love and honor. Thinking about you always. Look at this. This is beautiful. And I'll post. I had a great interaction with butterfly. It's just so beautiful. Look at this beautiful. We always blow on them, make a wish, right? Wish the best for us. Highest heart love. I love you, you. I love you, you. Wish that the sound was wonderful. Had a great read. Thank you so much. I will see you soon when we reconvene with Sacred Sound. I love you. You know it because I love myself, right? Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Peace, peace.